Welcome to Softcore History.
Welcome back to Softcore History. I'm your host for today, Dan Jester, and I'm joined, as always, by Jay Goldman.
Hey, what's up, man? You have fun last night?
I did. Thanks, Jake. I did.
But we
everyone
all
did.
Everyone did. No, I actually
that's
didn't.
what you were saying.
Yeah, I didn't go out. I didn't catch an invite to anything. So
You didn't? So it was like Dan with the wedding, huh?
Yeah.
kind of like Dan with the wedding.
Kind of
yeah.
retribution.
Yeah. No, that's
Right?
fine. Honestly,
you were like, cool.
I'm very glad I'm not massively hungover today.
Yeah.
But I heard it was a good time.
This morning was grim.
And the more I taste this hard AF seltzer, the more I know I'm going to be hungover tomorrow. So
Yep.
it's very good though.
I'm pretty sure everybody blacked out at the party at Summit.
That's a good time.
I only had two just to get like loose and conversational, and then beer the rest of the time. That only helped so much because assholes were buying. Some assholes just buying shots.
They just
Shots.
kept giving us
These
shots.
jerks giving you free booze.
I know, yeah.
No, but a shot is not a nice thing to do to someone. Like
I enjoyed
nobody.
it.
Not even good shots.
You do?
I like when someone
Are
buys
you a
me
big
shot.
Jaeger guy?
Funny story. I worked for Jaeger I was the Jaeger guy in college at the University of Florida.
That
bro.
is
Yeah.
so.
You were
Does my voice not sound like I would be
Yeah.
the Jaeger
Yeah.
guy?
you were like the Red Bull girls, but for Jaeger.
Yeah.
I was the Jaeger guy that went around with the Jaeger girls. So I made $40 an hour doing that.
So
in
you're
college.
the muscle.
Yeah, you're the Jaeger pimp.
Yeah, back in the day when I had that skinny little body, that little muscly
Your
kind
little
of
twink body.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
They gave me for Jaeger, they gave me lifestyle alternative outfits too, which was just boy shorts and like a really tight shirt. And I was like, what does lifestyle alternative mean? They were like, well, that's what we call gay bars. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you
Really?
I never got to use that outfit, unfortunately. I know. But
Gosh, you have it still though, huh?
no, I don't. I gave it away during fraternity like giveaway. At the end of your career, you give away all your dumb shit to other people so they can use it.
So
This
someone
whole
else could wear it.
story,
Yeah.
like, if someone were to be like, "What did you think Jake did?" Like, what would be a story that you would just make up off the top of your head? I would say that exact thing.
Yeah, no.
He was a Jaeger boy, if that's
Yeah.
a thing, and
He spun
like,
a We Buy Gold sign.
I did do that too. I also worked outside of a pawn shop and spun a "We Buy Gold" sign in college as well. Wow. I've lived a million lives, Jesse.
Did you work at a Domino's?
I did not work. I didn't do any traditional work in college. I did all
okay,
weird
okay.
gigs.
No, I
Okay,
feel like
okay.
we could, if like kind of job by job, I feel like the person at the table that probably has the most kind of wildly different gigs is the man right here.
Easily.
For sure,
By
but I
far.
don't. But are they like? Can
You're-
you put them in a category? Like he's like, oh, sign spinner, like Jaeger boy, like
Painted
you're-
apartments for a summer for
Yeah.
college paint works.
And that
Oh, you
is-
did that pyramid scheme?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
They still owe me like $3,000.
Yeah. That is like, I remember people doing that after freshman year because it was only freshmen were dumb enough to do
Yeah.
that shit. My buddy did it.
It was like sophomore year, but
Yeah.
I was a college hunk.
a college hunk.
I was a college hunk. I was a mover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
the moving company.
yeah,
You are that young, huh? I feel like
would
I
s-
saw them on Shark Tank or something.
yeah. I would see them all the time in my apartment complexes and like, not that hot. Not that hunky.
Well,
to
yeah.
be quite
I mean,
honest.
if I was a
hunky.
college hunk, if I qualified, yeah, clearly the standards.
Well, maybe it was
were
better
on
in
the ground.
Florida. Florida, everyone's dumb and hot. This is,
It's true.
yeah.
It's true. As a former dumb hot person, I can say with quite certainty everyone is dumb and hot.
I've been a dishwasher, a short prep cook. I've been fucking hard money lender. I worked at the
Hard
gym.
money, God.
Wow.
The funnier thing than your job differences are your income differences
Yeah,
sandwiched
yeah.
on top of each other.
Yes.
Because it's like literally, like making good money doing this and then like no reported income for 2019. And then
2019 was a dark year.
Whatever poor asshole in the IRS has to follow his ass around,
Right.
like income trail wise. They're like, what?
They're like, how is this drug dealer
Yeah,
still alive?
Are you legit now?
Like, am I on the up and up with the
Are
IRS?
you legit now? Yeah,
Like,
in
am I-
some way.
Am I good now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
legit. Like you're not like.
I should introduce the other two
Yeah.
sitting across from the
Maybe
table
introduce
from
the
me.
rest of the
Oh,
folks.
We'll get right back to it. Let's table that for a second. The familiar voice you hear is Rob Fox, and then
Yeah.
the special guest that we have is the one, the only, Jessie Wiseman.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Have you on for the best reason. We'll wait to reveal that.
Well,
Okay,
people
okay.
saw the title of the episode. They clicked
that's
on
true.
it.
That's true.
It's not. We're not.
You should have
hiding.
introduced her as an actress who once played Helen Keller in a major motion picture.
Right,
Yes.
based on real events that
Yes.
happened
Wait,
in Helen
totally.
Keller's life.
What? You
Jake.
played?
Jake.
Are you unfamiliar? That's why we have Jesse here.
I had no idea.
Jake.
Like
I was going to apologize for now. Let me just bring it around a little bit because last time, we didn't get off on the best foot.
I had fun.
did get a lot of messages of like, "How dare you? He's our hero. He's so smart."
That
like
never
that.
happened.
You
You're
know what I
lying to
mean?
me
But
again.
like, and I no, like it was a little bit mean. It was a little bit mean, but I was just joking around. I thought we had this rapport, whatever. And so
We did.
I had said, we still do, but
do.
I had said that I was taking your dumb persona,
yeah,
right? And I didn't know that you weren't aware
that I had a dumb
that
persona.
you had that. And so
Yeah.
then it was like surprise.
I'm simple Jake.
Right.
Look at you.
Which I didn't
Simple
know.
He loves this. He's over there just Charlie Browning it up.
I'm blushing like a little, like a
But I wanted to say,
deaf schoolgirl.
I'm
blind school-
sorry. And also, since then, you have sounded smarter. Do you know what I mean? Your
She's taking
input,
notes every week.
your input has been more.
Yeah, she elevated your game.
Fact-based. And I'm not saying it's because of me. Did I
I
light a fire? Did I
Yeah.
shame you? I don't know.
Yeah, all of the above.
But-
yeah, no, I'm very happy to have you back. This is great for me.
You and I believe you, and the people
you don't.
believe you, right?
Yeah, everyone believes that. Everyone knows
believes
that. Yeah.
So
But-
when I knew I was going to do this topic, obviously I planned this out. I'm like, we got to have Jesse on. Obviously, you did. Was it Helen Keller versus Nightwolves?
Yes. Helen Keller versus Nightwolves,
Sick.
right? And some would say that is actually what happened, but
Can I rent that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where?
what is it, Prime?
I think it's on Amazon
So
Prime.
Prime,
think
I
it's
think you can
Prime,
also
which
rent
is
it on
like-
YouTube.
So
Yeah.
Because YouTube does movie
'cause
rentals.
It's so legit. It's
So
on Prime.
my wife goes to sleep significantly earlier than I do. I need weird shit to watch at night. This was a long discussion actually at the wedding Dan wasn't invited to.
Yeah.
Right. right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Rob and Courtney came over to my house one time and I was high as shit. And-
It was like 2 a.m. and you're like, you guys want to watch Eyes Wide Shut?
Were you serious?
yeah, no, I'm like, I'm watching it whether or not you guys want to.
Right.
I'm just asking if you want
He
to.
literally
Pineapples
forced
everywhere.
me to watch some like space Nazi movie.
It's,
Okay.
It's actually called, God, I forget what it's called. But, Beyond Majestic. It's about the Draco reptilian lizard people.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
And
On the
how
dark
they.
side of the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I made him watch that, and then they were like, "Let's take him out to the bars. He's
Yeah, we're going to
hammered."
the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was drunk as shit. I was just like, "Watch this shit about lizards, man."
Sounds like you
yeah.
won a
Was it any of
Razzie or
it found
something.
footage? Because that was your big kick for a while. I would walk out to the living room.
Was my big kick?
it still?
I love found footage
God,
movies,
every
dude.
time we used to be roommates, and every time I'd like walk out in the living room and be him and his now wife, then girlfriend, is watching some bizarre dog shit found footage movie that was like straight to like Netflix bought it on accident and just uploaded it.
What's an example of like one of those?
Hell's Pass, which is about the Dyatlov Pass incident, is one.
That was so bad.
It was really bad.
That was awful.
No, and they're always like every time I'm like, man, that sucked, but I keep watching them.
Yeah.
It's like heroin for me. I'm like, while I'm doing it, it's great. Then I feel like shit afterward, but then I
Right.
watch another one because the first act of any found footage movie is actually pretty decent.
Yes, the first act is the
Because they're
easiest.
using all of their.
Because it's just random conversation. We're like, haha, we're going to the woods.
Yeah.
And then like Spider Monster comes out.
Right. Right.
Is
Right.
it like a Blair Witch kind of?
Yes.
Oh, Blair
Oh,
Witch.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I love Blair Witch. That's I'd say Blair Witch and M. Night Shyamalan's found footage movies
That's
actually really good too.
UCF's pride and joy with the film school is Blair Witch.
Really?
Blair Witch fucking. Their
That's-
whole like even their marketing shit like
Yeah,
they
because people
really
pass that
did
around
it.
like it was a
Yeah.
real
People
real
went
found.
in being like, dude, is this fucking
I
real?
know.
Yeah.
Is this
It's the
fucking real?
last. It's the first and last time they ever could have done that.
Yeah.
but like,
I
they
can't
did it
escape
God.
it. They're also Delco kids. They're Delco
Oh my
kids that went to
God.
UCF.
Oh,
That did
perfect.
it, yeah.
It was
So
very
true.
Delco-y,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like
it's
just out in
Jersey.
the east.
Oh,
Coast
Jimmy's
woods.
pissing in the river.
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, you should. I do suggest getting high to anyone if they do that
And watch.
and watching Helen Keller versus Nightwolves.
It brought us the nice
on
little
the list.
Helen Keller Barbie.
Also,
Yes.
your wolf slaying sword, I believe.
Oh yeah, I did. Real,
Yeah, it's behind you.
Real
Grab that.
movie quality. This is what I used to slay the
night wolves.
The night wolves.
What is a night wolf?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a werewolf. Is like
Sure.
the way that it looked, but in the movie, I think we just had
shit.
stock footage of just like actual wolves like
Right.
circling. So because it is meant to be kind of
It's a B movie.
like it was meant to be like we could have.
You
made
weren't
it.
thinking like this is going to take home the Oscar.
Yeah, no. And so weird like
It says-
voiceovers.
I'm sorry, it says Natural Born Keller on it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Right?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Look at this beauty.
Yeah, so it is like really dumb like that. So Jake, I'm not saying it's right up your alley, but
Fuck you.
I mean, whatever, but I'm just saying, like, you would like it, and I'm actually love that you haven't seen it, and you're the perfect demo. You can't sleep. Your wife's in bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to watch it.
No,
I'll
she
tell you
doesn't.
that.
I know as well.
100%.
She's like, why do you watch such deranged shit all the time? I don't know. My life's so good. I need some darkness in it.
Yeah.
Now, how did you prepare for this role?
Well, acting blind.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I got it, is because I would, like, joke around.
Right. Right.
Like, acting blind. Other than that, just kind of winging it. You know what I mean?
So from what I've seen of the movie and what I've heard of the movie, it's pretty absurd, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as absurd as Helen Keller's actually
Right.
her real life.
Right.
Which
And-
I knew nothing about. Like Helen Keller to me is kind of like one of the most memeable historical figures. Like everyone just kind of like dunks on her online.
Yeah, there's jokes everywhere.
There's jokes
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But you know what? And then I went in with like kind of like a clear mind. I'm like, I'm going to give Helen Keller a shot. I'm going to actually give her a fair chance to
I
be like
heard
a
you
decent human
hated
being.
her. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I did all the research, and I think that Helen Keller deserves to be hated.
Yeah.
Helen Keller's trash.
Yeah, like, are you naming this episode like Rage Monster Psycho Helen Keller?
Well, I'm going to give you all the details, and
Okay.
I'll let you all kind of determine whether or not Helen Keller was good for society or bad for society, or was even a
Whoa.
part of society.
Okay.
Can we handle that right now?
I don't know.
He's about to blow your mind.
Bro, we had a hard day after seltzer launch, but go ahead. I also want to say in the movie, people were pretty pissed about it before they saw it because they thought we were making fun of her.
Deaf and blind people.
When in fact, and it seems like we might differ a little bit because it sounds like you hate her. She was kind of a badass.
well,
And we made her kind of a badass, right? And she was a rage monster,
Yeah.
allegedly.
and I was
Rest in power, Helen.
right, bitch?
Allegedly. Why don't you hear the details?
Sorry, I didn't know.
I
My own
can't wait to
research.
hate Helen Keller.
I just- yeah,
thanks for
you
this
would-
on my Monday.
Damn,
You
just
definitely
hating on Helen
will,
Keller.
bro.
I didn't
You
feel
will.
enough shame already today.
You don't have to like her just because everybody. Okay, go.
I don't
Yeah.
believe her personally.
You don't
Yeah.
believe in her?
Not in her. Like how?
Let's
How?
lay out the
Okay,
facts.
thank you.
Born in Tuscumbia, Alabama in 1880 to a former Confederate Army captain father
Canceled.
and
Wow.
a family that was deeply entrenched in the Southern slave holding elite. Yeah, we're canceling her ass right off the
Canceled.
jump.
Yep.
Fuck Helen Keller.
They were definitely like well-to-do, and she was white, so that's already.
Think of how many
the deep
conversations she never got to hear about how much those people missed having slaves.
Okay, so common misconception one.
What?
She was not born this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know that, yeah.
Oh, did she get like some kind of fever?
At 19 months old, she developed an unknown illness that doctors described as congestion of the stomach and brain, which people now theorize was meningitis.
I was gonna say it sounds
Yeah.
like meningitis. Yeah.
Or scarlet fever.
Yeah,
But
just one of those
meningitis.
things like she lost her sight during the
Yeah.
the fever of 82.
Or they call it so. She got the
Yeah.
breaths or whatever. And you're like,
She got the stomach wumblies.
the stomach rumblings. You're like, no, man, she like almost fucking died of a pretty well-known disease.
Everything just sounds better back then.
Caused her to
Right?
go
So
deaf
much
and
more
blind. She would later describe it in her autobiography. We'll skip over the logistics of that actually happening for now.
Thank you.
Dan.
As always being at sea in a dense fog because she totally understood that feeling from the first 18 months of her life.
Right.
There's no way that she did.
That's in her autobiography.
In Alabama? Yeah.
At sea in the dense fog.
Was she like hanging out in Mobile all the time at 19 months old?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Come on.
Like that seems a bit.
So one thing that always happens when they find like basement children, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they find like just like kids,
It always happens?
That
chained to a radiator in the
phenomenon
basement.
of-
You know that happens sometimes. Like kids, like their parents are psychos, and they like toss them down there from the time they're like a toddler.
Deep cut that X-Files episode, you guys,
Yeah.
right?
Wait, which one?
like-
I don't remember that
The
one.
people that
Yeah,
are
oh,
chained
yeah,
down
that
there
fuck
with it's
their
like,
mom.
yeah, they just like went down there and like,
yeah.
That one never got
Could
like
have-
aired that much after that.
Right.
That
Yeah.
one. That
It was
one was
taken out of
pulled. Yeah.
rotation.
That one was good.
and it's the
yes.
goat. It may
That's
be the
an
best
imprint.
X-Files
It is
episode.
one of the best
anytime you
X-Files
say
episodes.
basement or something, that image
Yeah.
of them like looking under this. So
I mean,
go ahead.
you never heard of like the German families, the
Yes.
most famous one with the.
Yes.
So it's like there's these experiments that are unethical to actually do, right? But so when you then find that like what might happen if you did that experiment out in the wild, so to speak, like raising a child without language
Sure.
for however many years, like the sociologists and psychologists and everything
Fools rush in.
rush in to get any data they can, like
Right.
how'd this kid grow up? Like, what is it saying? Like, so like, I don't even understand how you have like a fucking brain, like a mind, if you're not like learning how to speak or anything.
Yeah. Like, what does your inner monologue sound
Yeah,
like?
certainly not a nuanced mind. You might
No.
just be like,
It's more impulse, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have seen Nell, right?
Nell?
Nell?
No.
Is that the
No?
lady that faked it?
No, it was just a movie with Jodie Foster. Remember? She like couldn't talk. Tay and the. Okay.
No.
We'll proceed.
Wow.
By age 7, she developed 60 different symbols to communicate with her super racist family. So probably some KKK hand symbols.
That feels like a bit of editorializing.
Dan, we're putting a little bit of a spin on this, huh?
Maybe.
Okay, go.
What if they were like, late stage George Wallace? They were like, you know what? Everything we did was wrong.
Let Dan run. Let Dan
yeah,
spin.
no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Go.
Dan, this is Dan being
He
woke.
just needs to be let
Let him do it.
loose.
So she could allegedly distinguish people by the vibrations of their footsteps.
That's a fucking lie.
That's woo-woo shit.
Similar
Yeah.
to like a deaf person going to an EDM festival and just feeling the bass.
Right. I'll say this actually. I totally believe that she could like tell the difference between her dad and her mom walking by, but like she's not going to be like, "Oh, that's Dr. Johnson. Come up to the door and
No.
for what?" Like, no, that's not fucking happening.
That
Yeah.
was really good, Bob. Like your acting skills just like turn
They're on point, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes
he
the
could
show.
just like
He carries
We'd be
me,
nothing
Jake.
without
he does
Rob's
a
voices.
voice at the drop of a. Anyway,
Just do what I can.
So the family reached out to Alexander Graham Bell, who himself had a problematic past with deaf people, but I'll let you dig into that on your own.
Because he made
invented
a
the telephone?
telephone where they can't use it?
Yeah.
No, like he was teaching deaf kids, and there's a whole thing you can kind of do your own
This
research.
sounds like a great episode to have in the future.
Do your own research on Alexander Graham
Yeah.
Bell and deaf people,
The inventor of the
What?
because it's very problematic.
you can't say that and
Dibs.
then just tell
Yeah,
us
but
to do our
It
own
could
research.
Yeah, you
just
can take that.
fine. It's a fucking it's a cliffhanger for a Jake episode.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, well, I don't want to know any more details. I'm just going to assume, though, that what he did to deaf kids was just considered like normal medical things.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
18th.
And when you look back on stuff, as you do, it doesn't age well sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
But he thought Helen Keller was a bit much with she was a little bit too much of a massive project for him to take on by himself. So he just kind of referred the family to Anne Sullivan, who was blind herself, and Sullivan became her tutor and companion for the next 50 years.
I didn't realize Anne Sullivan was blind.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she was actually in a school and he like referred her to like the school, whatever, and they
Yes.
found her there.
Yes.
And Helen Keller was a huge piece of shit at this point, but that was
Yeah.
not her fault.
Right. And
I'm hoping that you're gonna
she
say-
kind of is a piece of shit as a child.
She really was, but now, Dan, and I know you don't like her, right?
Yeah, I think we've
I think
well
we've all,
established.
okay.
Pretty clear.
Dan
And there's
hates Helen
nothing
Keller.
I can say, right? I don't feel
Well,
like there's
I know
anything
more than
I
you
can
right
say.
now.
Whoa, now you may have done the
Whoa,
research,
whoa.
but she became the
Hang
woman.
Hang on.
So who really knows?
This is like the Daniel
Do you know
Day-Lewis
what
of
I
Helen
had
Keller,
to
bro.
do
Yeah,
to play
anything
that role exactly?
I might direct some things at you that It may
Oh, that's
seem
my fault.
like I'm coming at you, but no, it's
Oh,
Helen
okay.
Keller. It's not you.
You're
Okay.
an avatar for him here. Now.
Yeah, but she was. I will give you that. She was a huge piece of shit, rage monster, nightmare.
You keep saying rage
Yeah,
monster.
no, let's get
I don't
to
know.
that.
I just
She
like
went,
think
she'd have the fits.
she just like would.
She did. So like when she originally was with Sullivan, she tried to teach her how to draw words on her hand. But since she didn't really know what things or words were, she would get extremely frustrated and break things out of anger.
Well, I mean, it
Right,
kind of
and
makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like Dan, because he hates her so much, can't see how that might be frustrating.
To be honest with you, I do that when I try to put together furniture.
Absolutely.
So I don't understand what the weird like the weird non-binary man in the IKEA manual is doing when he's
And-
smiling and jamming a peg into a hole.
Yeah.
I get mad at that, and it's a whole fight. So
Right.
maybe I'm a rage monster, Dan.
Try
Right,
driving with a
and-
crying baby.
Exactly. And not being able to stop in traffic.
If I had a firearm in the car,
Yeah.
I would just start popping off at strangers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
don't
know
pop
where
off
that
in your
was
car.
going.
No,
Yeah.
Never pop off in your car.
I don't do car pops.
But her parents were also like the worst too, and just like very. I mean, I don't know how you spoil a blind and, but they kind of did.
So
go
no,
ahead.
they do. The breakthrough moment allegedly came when Sullivan ran cold water over one hand and drew words on the other in her own words from her autobiography. I stood still, my whole attention fixed upon the motions of her fingers. Suddenly, I felt a misty consciousness as of something forgotten, a thrill of returning thought, and somehow the mystery of language was revealed to me. I knew the water meant the wonderful, cool something that was flowing over my hand. The living world awakened my soul, gave it light, hope, set it free.
She didn't write any of that shit.
Yeah, and it's
wire.
got like a weird cadence, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might just be Dan, but
It
No,
could
that's
be,
her.
but even the word, like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's written weirdly, like someone that doesn't understand words.
Well, I don't.
Not you.
Right. No,
I'm not saying that's how you read it. I'm saying that's how she wrote it.
it's actually one of my highest achievements was becoming a writer online and
Yeah.
not being able to actually read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point, most writers just don't read.
I don't think anyone reads.
why should
Yeah.
you?
Maybe a headline.
Yeah,
I think that kind of just like gets in your way. You know what I mean?
Kinda.
it does.
I'm not trying to jack somebody else's style.
Exactly.
I'm trying to raise my blood pressure in the morning on Twitter. I'm not trying to read details.
No.
Yeah.
So in 1888, Sullivan took Keller to New York. Coastal elite, much.
Once again.
Wow.
God.
Wow, crazy.
Wow.
Shame.
It's pathetic.
Gross.
Essentially, she took her to Sarah Fuller, and they kind of worked with her together, kind of like a Jedi taking the younglings to the temple.
Sure.
Should have Anakin
Got
her.
the opposite of the Force.
So she
Yeah.
got her own force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like negative midichlorians and Helen Keller.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh, if you watch that movie, Helen Keller versus Night Wolves, right after this,
Yeah.
it really is great.
I-
Just because you go
There's
through
gonna be-
all that dumb shit.
Everyone that listens to this episode is going to go watch it. I'm sure
Yeah.
Roz is going to get a nice little
Just
spike
like
in that
holding,
paycheck.
like when she holds the jar, like here, listening for the vibration.
You guys
There's
are
no
gonna,
way that's
you're getting
fucking
at least
real.
a nice steak dinner
Yeah.
out of this from
Sure.
all the buys on Amazon.
Sure.
After this,
You will at least have one.
yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
So 1900, Keller was admitted to Radcliffe College, which is now known as Harvard, off the recommendation of close friend.
Well, hold on. Harvard was always Harvard. Was Radcliffe like a women's college that they absorbed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Harvard's been named Harvard from the beginning.
Right.
Pretty much.
Was it a women's college?
Like a
Radford?
section of
Yeah,
Harvard,
there's-
I guess.
It was like an offshoot or whatever,
Yeah.
but they didn't want her.
Yes.
Well, she got in because she knew the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Twain.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No. So you're.
Is this woman Forrest Gump? Like it's just-
That's kind of a theme that
Kind
is
of,
going
right?
to come
Yeah.
about. Yeah, there's a lot of people that she's going to cross paths with that are famous throughout history. She is Forrest Gump.
I honestly, I'm going to be disappointed if she doesn't meet Hitler, so that we can make the Hitler of this episode Hitler.
So she doesn't meet Hitler, but she does meet the Emperor of Japan.
Oh fuck!
well, that would be him. That would
Rad,
be, yeah.
yeah.
That's the Hitler of the episode. Yeah.
Wow.
Asian Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, later life Helen is like Forrest Gump for
Oh,
sure.
I mean, and she gets a little mouthy.
How?
You mean handsy?
Yeah.
No, a little mouthy.
Oh,
What did
she's
she
sucking
sit?
dick?
No.
What'd she say?
sheeps in her
She
mouth.
a nasty gal.
Well, they never actually, they just refer to Mark Twain as like a very good friend. But come on.
What?
I think Mark Twain's weird enough to.
I'm sorry. Are you
You're going to have to
accusing
say
Mark
the word.
Twain?
You're going to have to say the words. They're going to have to come out of your mouth.
Make your
Just say
accusation.
it.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
You're not saying anything. I need you to say the words right now. So you're
don't
saying
be a coward, dude.
You're saying Mark Twain and Helen Keller.
Mark Twain was friends with a very young, like 14-year-old Helen Keller. And got her into college. And I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
You're saying
mean,
you're accusing him of helping paint her fence, to make a Tom Sawyer reference there.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
David Bowie did it.
Yeah. You saying they hucked?
Don't get him started.
I
He's
know.
going to rage out.
Oh, on David Bowie.
Every single time. I know.
Every single time.
Every time.
He didn't hear it.
That was
really, or else he would have been like, yeah.
So Twain introduced Keller to Standard Oil tycoon Henry Huddleston Rogers, who was so taken aback by Keller, he paid for her education.
I thought that she was rich.
Yeah.
Off this man.
Oh, I thought her
This oil
family was
baron.
rich.
A little bit, yeah. They had their own kind of like estate and everything.
If you owned slaves, you were rich. If they were a slave-owning family, they
Yeah.
were rich.
Yeah.
Were
Like,
they?
They were.
Yeah. Oh,
Before
okay.
her. She was
But
born
that's how
in 1880.
money works. I mean, like, money begets money. It has
Right.
gravity.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
So again, sugar baby who didn't earn anything she ever received.
Sad.
it's just a slander episode.
Oh my God.
Are we going to get sued by her fucking estate after this? What's happening?
No, I think she's the last person that we can.
You're allowed to
like,
make fun of.
that you can make fun
guess.
of. And I don't know why.
She's public domain to dunk on, essentially.
Yeah. And it's insane.
Yeah.
Probably because deep down it's like, it's just an open secret that she was a piece of shit.
So we're going to go on to softcorehistory.com and look for the Helen Keller mugshot with the word bitch over it shirt.
Yeah. What about like
I would get
a
that.
picture of Helen Keller with the word overrated on top of it?
Yeah, no, we're going to workshop some t-shirts.
Didn't write
Yeah.
shit.
God.
So in 1904, Keller became the first deaf-blind person to graduate with a bachelor's degree from Harvard. Seems like we're kind of cherry-picking first now.
Yeah. Deaf and blind.
Deaf and blind.
So a blind person
Right.
did it and a deaf person did it. Now we got
Doesn't
both.
seem like an accomplishment.
Right.
Do you think this is like one of those things where she just pretended so she could get like more time on the SATs?
I got extra time on those.
She for
having
sure
ADD.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she just like, oh, take all the time you need, Helen, and then she
Even
take,
Anne Sullivan, like, wasn't really that blind.
really.
Like, she wasn't fully blind.
She was probably like as blind as me.
Or like, as
I wear
blind-
contacts.
As
Okay.
blind as Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Because he can see shapes
And he can duck.
and colors. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. If we're going,
he can see things. He lives in like a geometric world.
yeah. He's
That's
saying,
tight.
like, we're not going to ask him, like, what's the level of your blindness, but it's not.
Oh,
totally
Why can't we ask those questions?
He
I know, but like, he's
I'm
not
very
totally
curious.
blind.
Yeah.
He lives in the DMT dimension.
I was about to say he's got the mechanical elves and shit he's dealing with.
But anyway,
So she was also a part of the Pi Beta Kappa Honor Society.
Oh, she didn't join a sorority though.
No, so not
Right.
even
Jeed.
Fucking cheat.
how would you
Gee.
haze her? Like,
Move the furniture
Easily?
Be easy.
Yeah, you can't. It'd be pretty hard to put her on a washing machine and turn it on and circle the parts she needs to lose weight from.
So
is that what they do?
That's
an
common
that's
rumor.
An old sorority hazing. Like
Yeah.
make them
cliche
sit
rumor.
on the.
anything that jiggles, they circle, and
Yeah.
they're like, you need to lose weight there.
Not to brag. I already told you last night. I didn't go to college, so thank God. Jesus Christ.
Keller in this time frame, I guess, learned to speak and focused her energy on giving speeches and lectures. She would also.
So she did learn to actually speak.
Yeah, and there's kind of videos of her talking. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. Because
Did you use those as inspiration for your voice for the film?
So my voice, I did totally normal. Did not work on. I could not wrap my head around doing a deaf voice.
Yeah,
Right.
probably shouldn't
Like,
have. Yeah, that's good
you know what I mean?
didn't.
I can
Yeah.
act blind,
Yeah.
not look at anybody, but the voice. And for that amount of time, I'm like, people would be more annoyed at that than
For
they
a
would.
feature, yeah, that's a long time to
If
do
I've
that
just got
voice.
one little scene,
Because
sure.
At that point, it's like, that's what you wanted to do accurately?
Exactly.
As you're, like,
everything
slaying
else
wolves.
is going to be,
Yeah.
But that voice I
Yeah.
needed to get totally perfect. Nothing more annoying than
These are
deaf.
really strong, by the way.
Yeah, they sneak
Yeah,
up.
they're 8%.
They
I know.
sneak up.
I'm on my second, and I'm like, oh
Don't
no.
have any more.
So
No, I
that's
will
You
not.
what
notice what the other two drinks are here? There's only one hard AF.
So he clearly has like a formula. It's
Yes.
like I have one seltzer and then 2 regular beers.
Yeah.
No water.
So she would engage in conversation by getting in your personal space and shoving her dirty fingers up onto your throat and mouth to feel the vibrations of her words. Like if you were talking to her, she would just kind of go like this.
I don't like how you're demonstrating it on me,
I
but
know.
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
No,
horrible
continue.
does that feel?
So she
Not
would hear
good.
you by
Not good.
just feeling the vibrations.
Yeah. So
On
when
your
you
throat.
talk,
That's absurd.
That's not real.
there's no way that you can get actual words
You
from
can get
that.
tone from that, I guess.
yeah. Like,
Tone.
yeah.
She also became proficient in Braille and finger spelling to communicate.
That
Finger
would have
spelling
just been if you just did
Drawing on
that.
her hand.
on
Do you know
your
what I mean?
hand.
Yeah, either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be good at that. I'd be like, what? Water? What did you say? What?
Yeah. Have you ever tried doing that? Where like do the letters on my back, and I'll try and like.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
work.
can't
No,
do it.
you can't do that.
Okay.
She's so you think she's a charlatan, a liar?
I
Only
think she's a
because-
piece of propaganda.
For who?
You'll see.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm excited to hear
Yeah,
what
yeah.
big blank.
Just because you don't really hear this method, right?
Yeah.
Being used or attached to anyone else.
No.
Just her. Like she was the only one that could like feel the table and know exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
I don't know.
It's like
I might
nobody
be
else
on-
did that?
Might be on your side, Dan. Get in
All
there.
right. So while in her 30s, Helen had a love affair with young Boston Herald reporter Peter Fagan.
That's fucked up.
What's his name?
Now, you say things
wait,
weird.
hold on.
First off, it's
You
faggot.
say yeah, you say things weird. What is-
F-A-G-A-N.
Yeah, Fagan.
Fagan.
Yeah.
Fagan or
Peter
Fagan?
Fagan.
Fagan.
I'm saying it the same way. It's like when I say bagel wrong type of situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Fagan.
So
Fagan.
Fagan.
Fagan. Yeah.
All right. So Peter Fagan.
Okay.
Like Faygan.
Yeah,
would be-
Fagan.
There is no Y.
Fagan. I know.
No, I
but
know.
that's what they
Pronounce that
pronounce
with
it.
God.
We don't know.
Jesus.
Are you familiar with Boston Herald reporters?
I don't know. Why don't you just? He's
Helen
like
Keller is
he's like
apparently.
Angel Pagan, right? That's what he's.
I guess.
Well, it's just like it's just how you say stuff, Dan.
Sure. Okay.
Like 1900
Rhymes with pagan.
1900.
Either way, she becomes secretly engaged to this man, defied her teacher and family by attempting to elope.
Who is this guy? By the way, so she's famous by now. So he's probably like a star fucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's chasing.
Right. Yeah.
He's got
And
a
so
like disability
She's got
thing.
money. Like you put your name on her name, you could sell some books. He's a sleazy
Yep.
reporter.
At this
Yep.
time, too, Sullivan is a little sick. So he kind of swoops in and is kind of like her caretaker.
Yeah.
He goes from reporter to caretaker.
Oh no.
Little investigative
Yeah.
journalism.
I'll quit my job for you, babe.
Wow, we're in later life right now. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Cheapest-
going to kind of jump around. But
cheapest
okay.
engagement ring of all time. Fucking glass, dude.
Right. Does it have to be?
Yeah.
But they connected over one thing they both loved, and that was socialism.
Oh,
Oh,
Bringing the people together.
Valentine's
year is this?
Day.
This is in she's in her 30s. So
1910s.
yeah.
Pre McCarthy.
So we're talking. Oh yeah, this is more like Bolshevik Revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a big like Lenin guy or gal.
Yeah, loved Lenin.
Love.
Who isn't?
Yeah,
I love John Lennon.
man, did
What
she
a
meet him?
Weird,
No.
Oh fuck, she could have met a lot of history's monsters.
She could have.
what a weird lady.
I know. Shocker, the girl that was given everything in her life wanted the entire world to get handouts.
Yeah,
Crazy.
there you go. Typical fucking
Very
Harvard
pointed.
alum.
That was very
Seriously.
pointed. Yeah.
Fuck.
But she wouldn't shut up about it.
But Keller's extended family squashed the relationship with forced midnight train trips out of town and an angry gun-waving brother who put Petey in his place.
Yeah. All right.
So
You're not banging my deaf, blind
Yeah,
sister,
yeah.
dude.
That
Chill out.
now.
No, you're getting a little too comfortable.
She
right.
was 30 though. Why can't she? Okay, go ahead.
I mean, she could, I guess.
Anne Sullivan died in 1936 with Keller holding her hand. So she's out of the picture. And then I just kind of want to go into we're just going to kind of go rapid fire now. Like
Yes.
all the things Helen Keller allegedly did.
Gosh.
Because I don't
You mean-
believe any of it.
Oh, okay. So this is you state a feat, and we're like bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a game of like true or not true.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
here for
courtroom, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Keller visited 39 different countries as an advocate for people with disabilities.
Yeah, no. She got taken on a train to a bunch of different places near Alabama.
But feel like
Somebody just kind of yeah.
how much of a waste is
There you
that
go.
though?
Yeah.
Oh, she saw the world. Like
What were the
Definitely
vibrations?
not
of that?
what it was, but right?
What did?
She was speaking at these, and she was speaking.
Also,
kind of.
She was kind of.
also, like, can you imagine like your commencement speech? You just got through like a fucking difficult, rigorous coursework at Harvard, and it's like, and now Helen Keller.
Right.
It's like, well,
We didn't do the same homework like
Yeah.
at graduation. You're
Come
like, "See, we had
Yeah.
different courses, and now we have the same degree.
Your life
Yeah.
experience is not universal.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, she mustn't have been good at it, because if she was pitching that to the Emperor of Japan, he didn't stop euthanizing disabled kids afterwards. So she got rejected on that Shark Tank episode.
Yeah.
Of don't hurt disabled kids.
I think Dan would say like she wasn't trying to stop that.
Yeah.
She just wanted to go there.
I think she just wanted to be the best
Okay,
one.
well,
Yeah.
we'll just hop to this point because believe it or not, Helen Keller actually supported eugenics.
What?
I believe
what I'm
that.
saying.
She's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah,
I'm more
yeah,
and more on
yeah.
Dan's side every minute.
Dude, eugenics, by
She's
the way,
like
was...
the Caitlyn Jenner of. Okay.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. She's pulling that ladder up from behind her.
Yeah. I can be
Concerned
trans, but nobody else can.
With the overpopulation on Earth, Keller was in favor of refusing life-saving treatments for infants born with severe mental and physical handicaps because she felt their lives would not be worth living and they would likely become criminals.
Can you actually think about using that in like a argument with someone that's trying to be like extremely woke about like, oh, you know, like so there's a big argument right now because of the amount of things you can learn through like, was it you're pregnant. What is it?
Yeah.
Amniocentesis? What is that
Yeah,
called?
amniocentesis.
Amniocentesis.
Right.
So like you can learn quite a bit about a baby
Yeah.
front.
Oh, you can straight up do like operations on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like people are like, well, you shouldn't be able to like, you know, terminate based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like certain conditions,
Yeah.
right? And like what if you just argued back like, well, Helen Keller said.
Yeah.
It's like how does that argument go?
Dude,
Right.
That was a really fucked up headline I read a couple years ago. It was like Iceland solved its Down syndrome problem with abortion, and like it's
So
the
they
type
just
of
straight up go like, yeah, we're done.
yeah,
We're
and
not doing it.
And honestly, like I'm pro-choice, but if you're like. I don't know what else to say. I'm like, well, no, they solved them by killing them.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
not-
solved them by making them not exist.
You didn't solve it.
right?
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
cure,
You didn't
Down,
cure
syndrome.
Down syndrome. You got rid of
You're
the
just
gene.
you're damming the river.
Yeah.
like that's like what?
Yeah.
But that slippery slope is fucking Helen Keller. But that is like, because you can tell so much more than that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can tell pretty much everything that's going to.
We might be. I mean, our kids might be having designer babies.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
CRISPR, for sure. Well, Beyonce's already done it.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're rich, you've already CRISPR'd your baby, right?
Okay.
Like you've already gone in there, figured out making them taller, make their eyes a certain color, like make sure that they don't have, you know,
Dude.
any of these diseases, and then you can move forward.
Can they make your eyes non-natural colors with the DNA?
No, I don't think so.
I think
it
you
has to be
need
like
the
naturally
DNA.
occurring.
Okay.
You need the genetic
that's
They would
not
just like
code.
take
Yeah.
out certain things.
We're
or
gonna get
whatever.
there.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get there, and like
Yeah.
you're gonna like meet some kid named like Jalablian
Mm-hmm.
with like purple eyes, and it's just gonna be like his parents like met at a fucking
Yeah.
EDM concert, and he's gonna like it's like the hippie kids. You're a child of hippies, actually, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna. But you didn't get named something weird. You're not like named like Moon or anything.
No, my friend was named Googie.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. That's like the new
Because
hippie
they
kid.
let
Not
her-
Jalablian?
Yeah,
They let her
Jalablian.
name herself.
Right.
Right.
Not kidding, but
Yeah.
so 100%. Like Kanye would be someone that would do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So
Kanye would
worried
literally-
about that a little bit. It's not quite there, and
Yeah.
China is not really being super forthcoming with it. But if you have enough money,
100%. And like honestly, like someone like Kanye would just go to another country, go to like China,
Yeah.
pay some doctor enough money to give him a literal spider baby. And what I mean by that is a child with 8 limbs
Yeah, and they're all Kanye's
Right.
face.
Yeah.
Right.
On the limbs.
Yeah.
Like two of Kanye's faces. Like it would just be insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's coming down the pipe.
So Helen Keller published 12 different books over the course of her life.
Well, we could always, that's a lie, obviously.
Her first was a short story called The Frost King
I'm sorry, so is it a book or a short story?
in 1891 when she was just 11 years old.
False.
Yeah, cool. I made a children's book when I was like
Please.
fucking 6 too. I wrote it on construction paper and
After releasing The Frost King, Keller and Sullivan came under fire for plagiarism
Of course they did.
Yes.
because it seemed to be the same story as another book that was one of Helen Keller's favorites, Frost Fairies.
Quoth the blackbird, not today.
Yeah.
Helen Keller.
Though she rejected claims that she blatantly stole this story, she would never try her hand at fiction again.
maybe it
And
was
I think she got like shunned by the deaf community because of that. It was like,
At 11.
yeah. And so she leaned into the blind community. She was like, oh, well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
So then she like went more.
Right.
She's
leaned
got two
more
avenues.
she's
Yeah,
like whatever,
like
dude.
she's pick a handicap.
Yeah. Deaf's just fucking squares,
Yeah.
like-
If you piss one of them off.
Right. Blind
Yeah.
is where it's at.
Which school would you rather be in, Jake? Which school would you rather be in if you had to choose?
Here in Austin, the
A
deaf school.
deaf school or a
The
blind
deaf
school?
school is
school,
the
all day.
biggest
Deaf
in the
school.
country,
All
I think.
day.
right?
You want to
Yeah.
hear that all day?
Wait, I was assuming I was deaf in this scenario. but-
You're a teacher?
Yeah, that you can't really choose. I'm not saying would you rather be deaf or,
Or blind?
I'm saying like if you had to choose like which school.
What that I'm just randomly hanging out at?
Yeah, either a teacher, your teacher's aide, I don't know, your janitor, something like this.
Well, the deaf school's closer to my house. And it's very scenic. It's very pretty. Like,
Gotta think
it's
that-
kind of sad, honestly, because the deaf school is very like pretty and beautiful. The blind school looks like shit up north.
Yeah,
like
well-
Why would you make the blind school beautiful?
Right.
What's the point?
that's so mean.
No, but that's what you're saying, right?
But it's kind of like
And you-
I see what happened.
You
Yeah,
don't want to
so
be a
deaf school.
janitor at a blind school. They've got to be messier.
Yeah, true.
Like you're not going to have a marching band at the deaf school.
You would think that, but they do.
Yeah, it's actually
Yep.
for cadence in football. They have a football team. They use the bass drum to do
Yep.
hikes.
It's the same thing. For I go to festivals for the vibrations.
That's a thing, though.
But they do feel it.
I know. I do feel it.
Jake, you made the right choice.
I know I did.
So she also won an Oscar for the Helen Keller in her story
Huh?
documentary. Yeah, she's an Oscar winner.
Oscar winner Helen Keller. That's just infuriating.
She got an EGOT. What was the Oscar for? A documentary that
Her
she
documentary
made?
about her life. So she's
that she made all by herself.
She didn't make it.
Did she direct
It was just about it.
So what? Was she a producer?
It was about her.
She had to have had some sort of credit.
She was in the documentary, so I feel like she just won the Oscar for being in the documentary. I don't know.
What? No, what
That's
is
not
her
really how
Oscar?
that
Yeah,
works.
what is the official?
That's not how that works when it comes to documentaries.
They need a credit to
I'm
win
sure
something.
she
year
got
was
like a
it?
production or like any type of.
She had to have gotten an
credit.
EP or something like that. Like, but still, that just means you have money.
Either way,
Right.
She won a fucking Oscar.
Okay, Dan.
That's dumb.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
You coming on my
yeah,
side now?
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as he starts throwing out the bullshit acting awards, you're like,
Well,
fuck
you know,
this bitch.
just because
Yeah.
they made a documentary about you doesn't mean that you win the Oscar.
Should be hilariously noted that she does have an IMDb page.
Holy
She
shit.
has an IMDb page.
How many credits she got?
Quite a few. Yeah,
Damn
this
it.
is her.
That's the movie.
That's old Helen Keller.
She's in a lot. She's actually in a silent film. Yeah,
Well, that's convenient.
she's in like a 1919 silent film.
Yeah, Deliverance.
Deliverance.
She's in Deliverance?
No,
Okay.
this is a
No,
story of
you
Helen Keller
guys.
and how she overcame her disabilities.
Wait, the banjo fucking, like,
Yeah.
Appalachia fucking movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was playing the banjo.
Yeah. Dude, I'm trying to find her awards.
And we all remember that movie that
Right.
was made about her.
Miracle
That you,
Workers?
like, yeah. that you had
Water, Helen.
to- Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
The best
South Park episodes
Yeah.
is that one.
And we've met our quota.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit our South Park quota.
Oh, dude, she was also friends with Charlie Chaplin.
Yep. We'll get to the
Okay.
list of
Oh,
celebrities.
there's your Nazi. Okay.
yeah.
No.
Hang on now.
Close to Hitler.
Hang on
He
now,
played
Jake.
He played Hitler.
He played the
But
dictator in The Dictator.
in a satire. Where
and
at the
making fun
end-
of Hitler.
Yeah, and then at the end he was like, "You all must go home." Like, it was like they gave this whole speech. He's like, "Go be men. We're not machines." It was weird.
It was weird. So she was also investigated by the FBI for several radical views, which included women's rights to vote and access to birth control.
That's true. That happened.
Wait, she didn't want that?
No, she did. She wanted the right. The women. She was a big part of the women's suffrage movement.
To be fair, birth control is in line with the eugenics too, right? She's just like put birth control in the Irish's water, so that these people stop fucking. So that Boston Joe doesn't get born.
Yeah. She was very anti-Irish. Yeah.
Widely.
Wait, was she actually?
I can't confirm that, but we're going to go.
It feels right.
It feels right.
This is the most slanderous.
Anything bad you say about Helen Keller, Dan's like, yeah, that probably happened.
100%.
Like, did it?
She was in the Luftwaffe.
Yeah, probably.
She protested the U.S. involvement in World War I and had a major beef with Woodrow Wilson.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's not necessarily bad. Like World War I's. I don't mind anyone that's like, oh, we shouldn't have been in that, because there's no bad guys in World War I.
True.
It's not your favorite war.
Although we did, I mean, by the time we got into it, like, I don't know, they sank the Lusitania. They told Mexico to invade us. Like, fuck them.
I'm sure we told other people other things.
Yeah. I'm sure we were assholes too.
Yeah, but World War II, on the other hand.
Yeah. She was against World War II.
No.
That one's my
Let them burn.
She was
That
like,
one's
I
my
met the
favorite.
Japanese emperor. We might have been asking for Pearl Harbor. What are her thoughts on Pearl? Where was she on Pearl Harbor?
She was in the planes.
There's a connection later too.
Dan, what kind of weird ass corkboard web do you have in your apartment right now?
That is not Pearl Harbor, but even worse. That we're going to get to pretty soon.
9/11?
Oh.
Don't spoil it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Please don't spoil the episode. A good thing here, she was a supporter and donor to the NAACP, but she really only fought for the particular rights of blind African Americans.
What?
Well,
I mean, everyone's got to have their lane, right?
you know, you can't don't be so broad.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen, right? You really got to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Cast
assume.
too wide a net, you don't catch anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, is that true?
No, I have no idea. Do I look like a fisherman?
I know, but like,
I was
if
a
you were
Jaeger guy in college. I don't
right,
fucking know.
Jaeger boy. So like, if you think about that, does it make sense?
And previously mentioned,
Anyway.
she was a big proponent of the Socialist Party and fought for workers' rights. This is really where the FBI started to crack down on her. And after turning socialist, many newspapers that previously praised her and her work refused to publish her and instead turned into mentioning her disabilities as a way to slander her intelligence.
So like the Helen Keller jokes
All
started
social
then because they were like, dude, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
And then we kept doing it. And then people were like, wait a minute.
Just never stops.
She's amazing. And you're like, talk to Dan.
I do like that they're like, wow, she's amazing. And then she's like, poor people deserve more money.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what do you know, you blind bitch?
And Helen Keller, she comes to speak.
Are Helen Keller
And
jokes
she
a
just
psyop?
like-
Yeah, Helen Keller jokes are a psyop. We'll confirm.
Yeah.
She might just be a psyop herself.
It's possible.
She received Teddy Roosevelt's Distinguished Service Medal in 1936, and in 1964 was awarded the highest honor that an American civilian can receive, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, from, I think, Johnson. Yeah.
64,
64 Johnson. Yeah.
JFK was...
Was she still alive in 64?
Yeah, she died in 68.
Yeah,
Jesus.
She was around a lot longer than you think.
Yeah.
She lived to 87.
I didn't realize like my mom and her were alive at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like we're reaching back through history. It wasn't so long ago after all.
Holy shit. When did she do the worst shit?
Well,
Later
she met
on?
12 U.S. presidents, every president from Grover Cleveland to John F. Kennedy. She also met leaders of other countries, including the Queen of England, the British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, Indian Prime Minister, I'm not even going to attempt to say his name. The Israel Prime Minister, and the Japanese Emperor, Hirohito.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did she meet him?
And they had sex.
Pre or post-war? Yeah, I like to think that they made love.
Yeah, and again, if you say it to Dan, he'll be like, yeah, probably that fucking slut.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it.
Right. I'm not going to say it, but if you want to say it, I'm not going to deny it.
She met many other famous people, including Albert Einstein, Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, Eleanor Roosevelt, Will Rogers, Emma Goldman, Eugene Debs, Charlie Chaplin,
Fuck.
Catherine Cornell, Joe Davidson, Martha Graham,
Scissored.
Enrico Caruso.
I don't know who like a bunch of
Yeah,
these
you're
people
not
are.
saying
Now you're
This
just
gets
like,
real B-list.
Yeah,
Those are mailman.
Yeah,
Enrico
exactly.
Caruso. Yeah.
do we need to know that name? Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
Dr. Oliver Wendell Holmes.
Yeah. Who is that?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just one
Yeah.
of her dudes.
The last like
Yep.
13 people you named, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just,
Those are
they
suitors?
were worth mentioning, I guess.
Okay.
Here's the most absurd thing that I found about her life. In June of 1946, an airplane traveling from Rome to Paris, crossing over the Mediterranean Sea, took place. And there was nothing unusual about this flight except one thing. 20 minutes of the plane's journey, one of its passengers became its pilot. That passenger was Helen Keller.
Great.
Show me the picture.
Here's the thing. No, like it's like I remember
yeah,
being
yeah,
a
yeah.
4-year-old
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
like let me like
Yeah.
steer the boat.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally at like an altitude or whatever.
This is a
with-
fucking plane in 46.
They still can.
They handed
just
her a
set
plastic
controls.
disc
Yeah.
and told her to turn it.
They
Yeah,
were
they're
on the
like,
ground
Helen.
still.
They were dogfighting these planes.
It was in the hangar.
Yeah. Someone was just over there like.
They told her
"Meh."
she. No, just the vibration though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a ceiling fan. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you fly a plane in midair for 20 minutes, you've actually flown it for 0 minutes because that plane is doing its own flying.
And was
amazing.
it like she reached over and they've still got like they can grab it at any time?
Did they have autopilot in 46?
I look it up. When was autopilot?
That was just the pilot's excuse to get her up there in the cockpit.
Yeah, so they could.
Dude, I think Helen Keller
Charlie Chaplin,
might have
yeah.
been a dirty whore.
She might have been.
I think she was.
This is the episode that gets us
Which
canceled.
is both,
She-
that's
Yeah.
empowering in a way, though, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't slut shame ever.
no, 0%
no.
Like
chance.
women can be freaks too. Helen Keller can be like that's not a problem. I mean, there's count. I mean, I've already mentioned countless.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big fan of eugenics.
Dude,
Right.
Plagiarized.
the fucking funniest, that still cracks me up just because she was like, no, I'm chill because I got a fever or something. You know what I mean? But the ones
But
born
the ones
like
born
me,
with it, that's going to be a
I
problem.
went 18
Yeah.
months normie.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Really bragging about her glory days.
Do you think she ever like ran into like other kids that had deafness or blindness and was like, you wouldn't believe it if I told you how crazy sight is?
So Keller suffered a series of strokes in 1961 and spent the last few years of her life at her home. In 65, she was elected to the National Women's Hall of Fame in New York's World Fair. She died in her sleep on June 1st, 1968, at her home. Her body was cremated and her ashes were buried next to her constant companions, Anne Sullivan and Polly Thompson.
Well, did they get back together?
No, she never got with the guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was who's Polly Thompson?
Yeah.
It was just another one of her
Oh, okay.
caretakers, companions.
Okay, never mind.
Probably maybe lesbian lover.
Now, can I ask? You didn't mention this, so I wanted to know what happened. They cremated her, correct?
Yeah.
What did they do with her glass eyes? Because when she was 30, apparently, she was like, you know what? These eyes don't work. Popped them out, replaced them with glass eyes.
Googly
Not
eyes?
True.
Did she get googly eyes?
It is true. It's right here on her IMDb page.
Oh, please.
Had her eyes replaced with glass eyes when she was 30.
I imagine they popped them out before. Actually, they'd probably just
Why?
turn to sand, or they'd melt down.
I guess, yeah.
yeah.
Why would you take your eyes out?
I know.
Why would you want to deal with the
It's
the upkeep?
just the open
of a
wounds
glass
constantly
eye?
being
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
Jesse, a lot of this is unknown because a great deal of the archival footage and material of Helen Keller was stored in the World Trade Center and was tragically lost in the events of September 11, 2001.
She fucking did it.
Yeah.
Her
Yes.
estate. Her
Yes.
estate did it.
Her estate orchestrated 9/11.
Because nobody wanted, and they didn't want anyone to know.
The offices of Helen Keller worldwide were just a block away from the site and were completely destroyed in the aftermath of the attacks.
This says that the Helen Keller Society, the American Foundation for the Blind, was in one of the Twin Towers. Mm-hmm. So technically, Helen Keller is responsible one way or the other for lives lost on 9/11.
And
Yeah, what
they
floor are
made
they
someone
on?
come
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
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 Doesn't
Not all of them, but
mean-
there's a portion of
people that died on 9/11 because of Helen Keller.
yes,
Yeah.
there is a portion of people that died on 9/11 because of Helen Keller, and that's indisputably true.
you can't argue against it unless they
She
had
was
the
literally
day off.
just
I don't know.
like an influencer. Like
She
people
was.
just like brought her places and propped her up.
It's like a girl now who has 100,000 followers on Instagram and just gets flown out to Dubai,
Right.
right?
Right.
I honestly, side note, I truly hope no one that I'm interviewing with right now looks me up in a deeper level after this episode.
This
Than
one's
just-
the problem.
Yeah.
This
I don't
one's
think
the
this is the
problem.
And so what do you think? She was actually a great person?
No, I think people won't see the humor in our humor.
This isn't humor. This is just facts.
Yeah. We're laying it down.
You're right. She was a slut. And
Oh, they don't you don't want people to look up and see you just be like, fuck.
Helen Keller.
They fucked. They fucked.
Scissored.
Fucked. Is that what you know? I don't
Alexander
want to
Graham
see 'cause
Bell,
nobody made you do
Mark
that.
Twain.
Yeah.
No, I did it for fun. That
Yeah.
was the best part.
I mean, if
Oh, you do need to do the Alexander Graham Bell
I mean,
thing
if she
after
went through all
this.
these guys, that's kind of an impressive. That's more impressive than Derek Jeter's baseball diamond.
His Jeets situation.
Of the girls he dated.
Yeah.
Yeah, Helen Keller is by far maybe the.
Well, first off, we're giving her some unconfirmed credit for Mark Twain. So,
Yeah.
I'm saying if it was true and all these names were actually lined up,
yeah,
she would actually be the throat goat.
really? Why do you
She
say
would
that?
take the
Reagan
crown.
Good vibrations.
Oh man,
Dang.
dude,
she really
imagine-
put the hum in Hummer.
I'm sad that you didn't get to have a scene making love to Mark Twain.
I know. That is sad.
Massive oversight by Ross.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It should have been Helen Keller versus Night Wolves, and like it's just a porn.
Yeah, it's just
There has to be a Helen Keller porn, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it exists.
Yeah,
It exists
He's
because
going
I
to
thought it in
Google
my
it.
mind,
Yeah.
so it had
No,
to.
don't.
Rule 34.
We're on camera. Don't.
I'm not going to show it, I'm not going to open it.
The camera.
He just knows anytime I ask
Helen
about
Keller
porn,
in the Miracle Jerker.
he has to look it up.
Well, the first thing always is Pornhub, and it just says Helen Keller porn videos, Pornhub. So these are Helen Keller themed, I guess.
Yeah, they exist.
Miracle Jerker.
I'm not
no one
really.
laughed at
This
that.
is a lie.
No, I
actually,
want to see like the wig, the old timey dress.
Oh, dude,
you know what I mean?
This is from the Incredibles.
Yeah, dude. Mrs. Incredible's thick.
right?
No, that's real. Yeah.
You gotta. That's on screen now. You gotta.
No, it's not screen.
No.
It was kind
No,
of
was
on
it?
screen.
If no,
It's literally behind the Barbie doll.
Okay.
yeah, we're good.
Either way,
we're good.
We're fine.
You didn't see nothing.
What we
see
learned
shit.
today?
We learned that you have a huge hatred, possibly a little bit of a crush
I feel like I
on
gave her
Helen Keller.
gave her a fair chance.
Dan would hate fuck Helen Keller.
Yeah, I would say. What,
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
ask you. Actually, is would you?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
From the photos I saw, no, probably not.
The later photos, but
No, even the young photos, like when she's in her 20s and 30s.
yeah, no, still no.
You just don't want to fucking deal with that socialist bullshit. Like what
Yeah.
you got to talk about afterwards.
Yeah, imagine
I don't
that
know. Like she's
conversation.
pretty here.
Exactly. Dan just like,
Just a hater.
It's not the blindness or the deafness. It's
I know it's not
socialism.
that.
It's the socialism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like you love her, but you're like so mad that you can't ever like be with her.
Well, she never had to pull herself up by the bootstraps.
Someone else just did it for her
True.
constantly.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Is this the one Mark Twain got?
Let me see.
Yeah, that's a young. That's when she plagiarized another book when
Yeah.
she was 11.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear she was like pretty good looking as a child.
According to her.
No, according to everyone.
Okay, do we believe
Like
she
back
wrote
in
12
the-
books?
No.
No, 0.
Oh, is that the number you're going with?
Oh, no, I meant like 0% chance I believe she wrote 12 books.
I think I would say 0. She had like heard and like Anne
Do I
Sullivan.
think she physically wrote 12 books? No. I think she might have dictated 12
She
books,
wrote the
but, like,
autobiography at 22.
I think she had a lot of ghostwriting situations.
Right.
Like-
Which, by the way, kind of spiking the football early, writing your autobiography at 22.
right.
That's
yeah,
it.
exactly.
You better die soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back in the day, I mean, you're pretty. You're half.
87.
That's
Yeah,
so
but
long.
she didn't know she was going to.
No,
Most people
but like,
back
how
then,
did
right?
she? How?
How did
It's
she
a
make
fucking
it?
lottery. That's how.
She was propped up.
Yeah, and she was rich. Yeah.
You want to talk about white privilege for a second? Like, let's talk
Please.
about it, because literally she wrote an autobiography and was praised for something that a bunch of people do every day is talk and read. Like, she gets an autobiography for it. I'm sorry. Oh, you're so excellent. Yeah.
Right.
What excellence you have, Helen.
She didn't talk
fucking-
about sex one time in it. So
Really?
it wasn't.
Did you read it?
It wasn't a real autobiography. I doubt she did, right?
Nah,
She's talking about having
fucking-
memories at 19 months. It was all a fucking lie.
Well, if it's she wrote it when she was 22. That's what 1900. Like, she's not talking about dudes she banged.
Definitely
No.
not during like Prohibition.
No.
Yeah, like that's not
20s and
happening.
30s. Who's the Hitler of today's episode?
Helen Keller.
What?
So every episode, because everyone, all historical arguments eventually and very quickly really devolve into referencing the Nazis or Hitler.
Sure.
We just our main antagonist of every episode, whom or what we believe it was, we call that the Hitler of this episode.
Who was the worst person of the episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everyone, because everyone's like, dude, it's just like Hitler. It's just like the Nazis. So we just,
okay.
yeah.
It arguably would be Helen Keller because of her very strong stance for eugenics and cutting people off at the seed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty Hitlery.
That's extreme. That's Mengelev, which
Yeah.
might be worse.
Dude,
Yeah.
people, but eugenics was like,
It was the
pretty
hot shit. It was the hot
pretty
shit.
hot around
Yeah.
then. Tesla was into eugenics. People forget that.
Everyone was into eugenics.
Everyone was.
In
They
the
were like,
20s, dude. Oh
we
my
can
God.
breed ourselves to perfection. It's incredible.
No, because at that time, it's like, that's a feat of amazement.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, that's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So you're pro eugenics?
no, I'm not.
Oh.
I am.
I'm pro people getting a say in what they want out of their lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I think my Hitler's the pilot that let her fly. Who knows how many countless lives she were put in
Put in
her
danger.
hands.
Yeah.
Mine would be Anne Sullivan because she was literally her
Enabler.
her everything. She taught her everything
Yeah.
and was with her
Could
forever.
have kept this monster in its cave.
Yeah.
But
And Sullivan was just a grifter teaching another grift.
She was
Yeah.
Anne Sullivan was Ra's al Ghul.
You were born in the. What's the line? The darkness.
That was Bane, but it's like, oh, you adopted the darkness. I was born into it. Like,
See, I mean, just
On point.
good.
like that. It's like he doesn't even have to
Doesn't have
work
to try.
up to it
No.
or anything. It's
Just
amazing.
on demand.
feels all facetious, by the way. I feel like you're just getting dunked on.
No, it's really good, Rob. You're
No,
good
it
at
is good.
These hard as
No
fuck
one else-
seltzers are so hard.
Yes.
They're really hard.
I feel
They
good.
really are. It was a
Right?
fucking slop show yesterday.
I bet.
My
Those are
wife-
sneaky.
My wife was like, "You're pretty gross last night,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, sure,
That's what I said to my husband, too.
yeah." I was like, "It was
You're
for work."
pretty gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have to do for work, babe.
Yeah, but you know what? I tell this too all the time. I'm like, yeah, all right, I got super drunk tonight, but guess who was up at 6:45 with the fucking baby?
Were you?
Yeah, every fucking time. I'm always up with that baby.
Round of applause.
That's
Yeah.
the best part about being a functioning alcoholic is like just showing them how well you function and being like, well, what do you want? What do you need to change?
Yeah, what do you mean? Nothing happened.
Yeah. I got
I was
home.
just like a little bit tired.
Yeah.
You get to play that game until it doesn't work out the right way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I'm not like, because I've had friends who get really drunk, and I don't really ever actually want to get as drunk as I got yesterday. I kind of hate that actually. But I had friends who had to go to AA, not because they had like alcohol addictions, because they were like bad drunks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's honestly more common than waking up and being like, I need the fucking vodka. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like people making I just am happy and then Irish exit and
Irish exit and then like somehow find the fucking strength to take care of the shit the next day.
Yeah.
And then you're good. It's like it cancels out.
Yeah, it's when you're like, man, I'll just take one more drink in the morning to roll it through.
Right.
Yeah, that's
then
when you
you're
have a
like,
problem.
I did have a
Don't.
mimosa this morning.
That's different. That's
Yeah.
medicine.
Yeah.
That's a medicinal mimosa. Yeah.
With the baby.
My Hitler is Helen Keller, but for her role in 9/11,
yeah.
not for the eugenics.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. I do love that she was pulling the ladder up on other blind and deaf kids.
That's
though.
insane, dude. That's so fucked up.
Fucking hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, so make sure to check out softcorehistory.com. Buy some merch. We might have a Helen
We
Keller-
have some dope Unabomber merch.
We do.
Yeah.
We also
Great.
have
I like
some,
that shit,
some
actually.
clean,
you seen
simple
it?
stuff that's about to come out.
Good.
Wasn't it
With our logo.
Didn't you guys put it on Instagram?
And
We did.
our name. And then, we might have some Helen Keller merch coming up pretty soon.
Overrated.
Dude, overrated Helen Keller.
So
stay tuned.
Would be so fucking good.
Yeah, she's public domain at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you Google her, it's all the jokes first.
Yeah.
And that's not even... And there was like a little bit where people were like pissed about it,
Yeah.
but it kind of just went away.
It's whatever.
Make sure to leave a review on iTunes and rate us 5 stars on Spotify, please and thank you. You can check us out at Softcore History on Instagram. Jessie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. This was you have your opinion. Definitely was a slanted episode, but I liked it a
I don't
lot.
know if it was slanted. I'm fair and balanced.
You really cherry picked your facts that you decided to share with us. But if those existed, it doesn't matter what else good she did, right, Dan? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake, you did really good today.
Thanks.
Do you know what I mean? Like your input was really on point.
I try hard.
Jaeger boy.
I do love that. We need to get that
We
outfit
do
back
love
for
a
you.
Jaeger boy.
Oh god, I would look like a sausage in a case.
I know.
we
If
could
got
literally
that
just
right
buy it right now.
I'm sure we could find
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Lifestyle alternative
Easy.
Jaeger uniform.
2000, what,
Easy,
2011?
dude. Yeah.
It would be 2011.
2011 Jaeger boycott. Lifestyle alternative
Merch.
Jaeger.
New merch.
Oh, man. So
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
always a pleasure.
I would say follow you on social media, but you don't care.
Shut up. I'm like so into it. Yeah, no. I'm Jessie Wiseman if you want to
If you
follow
want
me.
to.
I'm going to start doing it.
Just have Danny do it for you.
I think I will.
Yeah. Just have her run everything.
And like
Monetizing
respond.
your kids.
Yeah.
Start what?
Monetizing your children.
I don't want to put the kids on there. I lose followers every time I put my fucking kids on. I'm serious.
Dude, I'm picking up followers.
You are? Because you're a dude.
A lot of men.
When girls
yeah.
post it, you lose fucking
When girls
followers.
post photos of their boyfriend,
Yep.
Yeah.
their children,
True.
Yep.
it's over.
Me, I'm just
I've
like, they're
never-
like, oh, he's like a sweet dad.
Yep. I've never done a Valentine's post, a fucking anniversary
Can't.
post. You can't.
Can't.
It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't post my kids.
It's bad for the brand.
Yeah. You know, just trying to, I'm just out here on the streets, you know, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to like get some, you know what I mean?
You gotta like get good at it because you're having a daughter now. So I know. She's gonna be like, you gotta be good at it so you can know all the fucked up shit she's doing on,
Seriously.
right? Like you're gonna have, man, imagine the first time you see her DMs.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be your fucking son.
It's probably gonna be Rob. Fuck it.
Rob after the divorce.
Yeah, right. True.
Exactly.
They are in the same grade.
I know.
If we both stay in Dripping Springs, they'll
That's the
know.
exact shirt. It's a tight V-neck with really short sleeves.
Okay, guy, that's like a girl. That's a girl shirt. So we're getting that in a
Poshmark for the
small.
win.
Yeah, and then the shorts. I'm guessing were like an orange.
They were thigh huggers.
Yeah. Okay, easy piece.
Like Hooters shorts, kind of.
They weren't orange. They were black with like a fucking orange deer on the butt.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I wish I still had those.
And before we go, I'll give you the chance. Can you apologize as Helen Keller for your actions?
Like I said, it's really just looking to the side of you and talking the same way.
That's fair.
Wait, a deaf voice?
No.
Go
Don't.
on.
I'm not doing that.
Come on, Rob. Do the deaf
No,
voice,
I'm not
Rob.
doing it. I'm not
Bridge
doing
too
it.
far.
I'm sorry for Dan and everything that he said this episode.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, that's it for this week. For Rob Fox, Jessie Wiseman, Jake Goldman, I'm Dan Regester, and you just got soft served.